Saints looking to repair the damage done last season when Palace knocked them out in the 4th round here. They meet again in the 3rd round. The referee this afternoon, Lee Mason, gets us underway. Saints starting with 5 at the back. Target in for Bertrand at left back. Yoshida in for Ward-Prowse, joins Van Dijk and Font. Martina at right back. Then a midfield 3, Romeo in for the suspended Wanyama. Jordi Clasie and Stephen Davis. And up front, Long, perhaps just slightly ahead of Mane. Back in the side, Mane, he's in for Tadic. Ball through for Long, almost got in behind Scott Dan. So Saints 5-3-2, Stekelenburg still in goal. Palace only make 3 changes, much in for the South Korean league. Ledley in for MacArthur, Cabaye back from suspension, in for Yedinat there, without Balassi, of course, and Wickham, who are both injured, and Dwight Gale.
Yeah, the thing about it is, Adam,
now another ball through for Shane Long, that's a great ball. Stephen Davis gets him, Long gets round the goalkeeper who comes out too late, and he gets lucky, Hennessy, because Long couldn't get it past him eventually at narrow angle as the rain comes back down. In the end, it was smothered by Hennessy, who recovered some ground as Long was pushed wide, and it's a corner to Southampton.
That's 2 good attacks early on from Southampton in the first 2 minutes, both down the left-hand side, both where Long has made a run in behind the full-back and behind the centre-half. One of the balls from Taggin, the forced the corner on the left-hand side.
Bright start from Saints, 3rd minute, 0-0. FA Cup 3rd round, live on BBC Radio Solent. Corner will be whipped in right-footed by Davis, curled into the near post. Van Dijk goes up, just missed his head as he climbed, and really Palace need to clear their lines. Jason Punchin, the former Saint, has it. Looks up, low ball, slides it infield, still midway inside their own half. They're under pressure. Van Dijk still up from the back, won the first tackle. Soiree recovers, the Senegalese. Punchin tries to find him, and it's good pressing by Saints, who close in on Palace, and the ball off Romeo out for a Palace throw, right by Alan Pardew beneath us, who's giving some instructions to Andy Much.
Just feel they can relax a little bit today, get away from the pressure of the league, Adam. If they can get a result today, boost the confidence for those 2 league games coming up, Watford and West Brom.
Long ball forward, looking for Shane Warne again. He's made a real nuisance of himself, and he's kept the ball in brilliantly with a great touch. Back to Davis, edge of the box, inside left. Davis pokes it past Delaney, who just stops himself from tackling him. Short pass to Shane Long. Saints still just outside the penalty area, left-hand side. Low ball into the box, right-footed, not good. Much blocked it, but Van Dijk strides forward. Clever ball to Mane, 25 yards out. Edge of the D, slips it out to the right to Martina. Early cross back into the penalty area, and it skims off Stephen Davis's head, who can't get above the ball to arch the ball towards goal. And it's a goal kick to Palace, but all the early initiative being shown by Southampton.
Southampton looking good, Adam, in these first 6 minutes. They look bright, they look sharp, they're getting forward, and the 2 front men, Marnie and Long, have made 1 or 2 really good runs in behind, and that's what you're going to have to do today.
So Saints have it back, the rain not relenting, and the wind pushing it across St Mary's Stadium here. Lights all very bright now, very dark in the background. Font showed a bit too much of the ball to Campbell and then recovered. Saints,
well, he looked at him, and Martina didn't make the run he was hoping for, hesitated.
Yeah, and now the ball given away, and Yoshida's on his backside, and Punchin's in the area. A square ball finds Campbell. Punchin goes on his own, and Joel Ward, the former Pompey player, scores at St Mary's for against Southampton. He looks to the skies and points, and Saints are behind again. Another mistake. Saints 0, Palace 1.
Well, Punchin's took the ball up on the right-hand side. He's attacked the space, pulled the defenders towards him, got himself into the 18-yard box, squared the ball back for Ward to come in and join him and stick it away past the goalkeeper, Stekelenburg. Well, 1-0 to Palace.
It couldn't have been a worse player for Saints fans to get the goal. And
the problem that gives you now, Adam, as a manager, do you stick with 5 at the back?
And how long for? Let's see. Too easy that was, and Punchin has it on the right with Zaha. Gives it to Zaha, tackled by Yoshida, but at the expense of a corner to Palace. Cannot afford to go 2 behind, Dave, that is for sure.
No, they've got to be really solid in this last third, Alan. This defensive third here.
And the conditions getting worse, if anything. Harder,
you know, you've got to make sure if you're getting lined up one-on-one, you've got to have that little bit of cover on today. It's so slippy.
Corner will be whipped in left-footed. Dan's up from the back. Delaney's making a nuisance of himself with Font in the 6-yard box. Campbell's under the goalkeeper's nostrils. Movement in the penalty area, whipped into the heart of the box. It's a free header to Scott Dan, and Saints are lucky because it skimmed off his head and went out wildly for a goal kick when really he should have doubled Palace's lead.
Really, he should have scored at him.
Oh,
that was a golden opportunity as he's come in, puts his hands to his head, and so do other players because they know that was a good chance.
And then Davis can't stretch to get the ball, but Shane Long wins it back. Good work from Shane Long. Classy on to Romeu. 30 yards out, short pass to Mane. Inside right, edge of the box, pulls it back in. Shot comes in, and it's thrashed wide. It got a deflection. Great block in the end, I think, from Delaney. And that was good work from both Delaney and Dan Dave. There's your two centre-backs throwing themselves at the ball as the shot from Romeu was snuffed out.
Well, Romeu's got himself into a good position there as the centre-backs just throw themselves, like you say, Adam, to block it right on half-time here.
And then Van Dijk with a cushioned header to Font, and they've got control of possession, and like the first half, Saints starting well, Dave.
Starting well in the second half, and I'm glad to see that he's gone to a back four because they only had one striker up the field as well, Adam, against the three centre-backs.
Yeah, and still have against two of them. So Shane Long has dropped off the front and picks up a short pass from Classy. Midway inside the Palace half, pitch starting to cut up a bit in the conditions. Romeu through to Juanmi, 25 yards out, gets it back to Juanmi. Good work, into the box, great save, Hennessy, and Oriol Romeu scores again. He gets the follow-up high into the roof of the net, and the Spaniard, who's had some good moments in recent weeks, gets his second Saints goal, one against Villa in the league here, now one in the FA Cup, and 6 minutes after the break, 6 minutes after reverting to a 4-3-3, Southampton equalise at home to Palace. It's Saints 1, Palace 1.
Well, it's that bright start again from Southampton, starting the second half, but with more width, going down the right-hand side, getting the ball in, and Romeu getting into the box and getting the rebound and equalising 1-1. But again, Adam, it was that width, getting forward, positive start. This time they've got the break.
And I have to give Dave huge credit to Juanmi in the build-up to that goal. We're not getting a replay today, but good intricate work.
Good play, just on the edge of the box, little 1-2.
Romeu, the goal scorer, looks up and flicks it out to this left wing to Target, who's pressed by Zaha, so goes back to Van Dijk. 5 yards inside his own half, beneath us on the Saints left. Infield to Romeu. Oriol Romeu looks up. Shane Long makes a run for him. He's still going, Romeu. Then finds Mane. Mane drives towards the box. The tackle from Punchin doesn't get there. They give it back to Long. Low shot, saved by Hennessy. Follow up from Mane's offside. Everyone take a breath. Good work from again, a good save from Hennessy from the first shot from Long.
Great save. Down to his left, Adam. It's come back, and as it's come back, Langston's up, put the flag up. Offside, but again, good movement, good forward running, positive running from Southampton.
Last quarter of the game, 1-1 in this tightly contested FA Cup tie. Kept in on the far side by Campbell. Everyone switched off a bit. Short pass to Punchin, into towards the edge of the box, shoots! Stecklenburg parries, follow up from Zaha, regains the lead for Crystal Palace, and with a volley, Wilfried Zaha puts them a step closer to the fourth round of the FA Cup. And Saints come back in the second half. He's halted again, Punchin with his second assist against his former club, and Zaha on the stretch did well. That's his fourth goal of the season. It's Saints 1, Palace 2.
Well, that's a little bit demoralising for Southampton because they were in a good spell. Punchin's come off the left-hand side and he's hit a thunderous effort. Goalkeeper's made the save. It's come out as a Zaha, and I'll tell you what, Zaha's got a lot to do there to connect, to hit that back in, and technically he's took it exceptionally well. 2-1.
Romeu squares across the halfway line to Font, down that right wing, great ball to Tadic. Tadic in the box, pulls it back, might fall for Juanmi, parry from Hennessy is brilliant, and cleared away, and the linesman again has his flag up for what would have been an offside against Martina. But the shot from Juanmi, almost his first goal for the club, Dave, and Hennessy made another good save.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's gone down to his left, Hennessy. He's a big tall boy, and he was at full stretch to save that one. Good save, that.
The low shot from Juanmi was good. Aaron Ramsey has turned things around for Arsenal. They lead Sunderland 2-1. 88 minutes gone. Two centre-halves exchange passes. Now Romeu has it, trying to find a forward option. Again, Font picks it up. He squares it to Van Dijk. Clock ticking against Southampton. Mane comes short to collect now. Midway inside the Palace half. beneath us on the left. Tadic is actually free inside if he can find him. He can't, so he crosses deep to the back post. Martina goes up with Soiree in the air. Romeo wins a big header, and Hennessy goes across his goal, and then it's towed away by Dan, as Hennessy couldn't hold it, and Glanby was closing in. Corner.
Well, Hennessy's gone down there, Adam, and really has pushed the ball back, and he was very lucky that it was a defender, his own defender around him, that's put it out for a corner. Ward-Prowse come to take it again.
Windy, blustery conditions, remember, the rain has stopped, but can Ward-Prowse get this in the right area? In it comes from the left again, whips it into the 6-yard area, it's gone over the crossbar off Mont's shoulder, but it came off a defender, it's a corner.
I thought it was in.
Oh, Saints throwing the kitchen sink late on, and they need to give these fans.
Well, the
to hang
fans
on
are
to.
rising now, Adam, they're trying to help them, they're trying to support them, they're trying to will that ball into the net.
Well, that's what we said, Dave, last minute of normal time. Ward-Prowse again from the right. Booming header hits the post! I can't believe that's not gone in. Shane Long has met that and absolutely smashed it off his head onto the post and away for a Palace goal kick. There's an injury to a Palace player in the 6-yard area. We are going to have some stoppage time. How unlucky was that? What a chance.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's two efforts there, Adam, that deserve more luck than what they've got.
Oh.
One just over the top, took the corner again, it's whipped in again from the left-hand side. And I have to say, Ward-Prowse's delivery were absolutely first class.
Yeah.
First class, out of the top draw.
Long ball here towards Van Dijk, wins the header. Ledley's first touch, loses it to Van Prowse. Mane driving towards the penalty, he's tripped up. That's a yellow card, Joe Ledley. And a free kick for Southampton, 27 yards out. That's the easiest one of the day for Lee Mason to give. But Saints are running out of time and chances here. I have to give them credit. We asked for a grandstand finish, Dave, and they're doing their best.
Well, they're
to deliver
doing
it.
their best to do that, Adam. I mean, Mane's picked it up there. The gap had opened up for him, Adam, to attack and get into the box. And he's been taken out. And really, you've got to say, if you're from a Palace point of view, it was a clever one. He's took the yellow card. But this is within striking distance, Adam, this.
Well, look, we keep saying this, and people make the sarcastic point to me rightly that there's no point in saying Ward-Prowse is a specialist free kick taker if he never scores any. He hasn't scored one yet. He scored in the FA Cup 4 years ago this month.
Well, you've got Van Dijk, he can strike them balls.
His first goal for the club was 4 years ago, Dave, at Coventry in the FA Cup. West Brom have equalised against Bristol City in the 94th minute. Can Saints do the same here? Ward-Prowse, 25 yards, curls it, and just past the post as Hennessy scrambled, and he may have got a touch again, the keeper. It's a corner to Saints.
Well, it was a good effort. He goes out to take the corner.
He's
On
played
the
well.
right-hand side, time running out here. Got to try and get on the end of this.
An outswinger from Ward-Prowse, whips it into the near post. Good header from Shamak away. Tadic should keep the pressure on here. Tadic has Ward-Prowse still out on that right-hand side. Referee, does he blow his whistle? He has. It's the end of the game. Southampton are out of the FA Cup for the first time of asking in 2016. They've lost to Crystal Palace for the second time this season. The winner from Wilfried Zaha midway through the second half after Oriol Romeo had got Saints back in it just after half-time. Joel Ward scored the goal after 29 minutes, which gave Palace the lead. But Southampton are on a rotten run, and that rotten run has continued into the FA Cup.